I had just come back from my friend's place. We were actually going to go to the bar.
Oh, you're gonna go to Les Constellations?
The one above, but we were on the way there when we saw what happened.
And the place was on fire when you came? It was still a bit like
Yeah,
sea
it
on
was.
fire?
You could see the orange, yellow, red. Understandably, they don't want civilians getting in and involving and getting in the way. And many were able to help carrying, I don't want to say corpses. I think everyone who was out and kind of reactive survived. But carrying bodies out of the fire from there, at least a bit further away. You see there's the Bar 1900. That was the first kind of responding place. They did amazing to stay open. It was warm in there, that was what was needed. As mentioned before, the main, I think, problem was the temperature shock from the heat inside to the cold outside. So one of the priorities was to get everyone warm. I mean, I'm talking the curtains of the restaurant was used. And yeah, I mean, many gory scenes. There were many who were very strong, who stayed strong and who understood that their life was in grave danger, but decided that mentally it was more important to stay calm. And then UBS opened up, so thank you to them also. We pushed all the tables were pushed aside and people entered, and it was warmer in there, there was more light as well, so the triage was done there. All the paramedics, police, not the firemen were out here, but... And then it was just ambulances coming back and forth as much as possible, bringing them down to the Mubra. The Mubra, from my understanding, was for the less severe victims. So basically they told us anyone that can walk, anyone who was pretty conscious can go there. And then the others were taken down to wherever else they're taken to. Again, there's a help hotline that is on the RTS. So please, there were calls from parents this morning asking where their kids are. I don't know.
A lot of foreigners too, I imagine.
It was mostly foreigners, actually, I think.
I was with my friends at the restaurant right next door, a Mexican restaurant. And then a friend of mine told me around 1:30 a.m., 0:30 GMT, that there had been an explosion at Les Constellations and that there were already 2 dead. When I heard that, I was pretty shocked. So my girlfriend and I decided to go see what was happening. And we saw that the police and the paramedics were already there, and they had already set up a protective perimeter so people wouldn't go over and would let the police and paramedics do their job. There were people screaming and then people lying on the ground, probably dead. They had jackets over their faces. Well, that's what I saw, nothing more. Then I received videos where people were trying to get out, but they were trampling over each other, so it was hard to get out through the exit. And there were people shouting, saying, "Help me, please help us." So yeah, yes, I used to go there when I was young because it's a bar where we'd go for our first outings when we were 16 or 17. We'd go there because you can play pool, we'd play darts. It's pretty cool for your first nights out to go there. From what I heard, which isn't certain, of course, they said there was a gas leak and that maybe the sparklers on the bottles caused the explosion.
Déjà, on dit qu'il y a une fuite de gaz et que